Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Tyler Feldman. That's Cedar Ridge head football coach Brian Vardaman. This is the Raiders pregame show right here on Vype Live. It is McNeil taking on Cedar Ridge tonight, coming up shortly here at the Palace, Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. Coach, after last week, two more games left on the schedule, one of those being tonight against a very good Maverick squad. How do you finish the season strong?
Yeah, for us, that we had a great run the other night and against Vista Ridge, and we gave ourselves some opportunities there late in the game, and it didn't go quite our way. And with the outcome of that, that obviously diminishes our chances of making the playoffs, and our players understand that. But at the same time, they're still hungry because they still have a lot of energy about them, knowing that this is another opportunity for us to go out and win a ball game and against a Round Rock City team. And obviously they're a great football team. McNeil's done a great job this season, and Coach Hermes over there, they've got a great senior class and very talented. And so we're going to have to play really well. But the overall energy level, the vibe this week has been good. And our guys, they bounce back every week and weathering the storms. And we talked a lot about that today and, before the game. And so, I have no doubt they're ready to go and excited to play another game because it's another opportunity to go out there and compete together.
McNeil 5-2, 4-1 in district play. Cedar Ridge 3-5, 2-4 in district play. You guys have the Mavs tonight, off next week, and then you finish the season against Manor. What did you like response-wise from your team? Again, a close one against Vista Ridge last week. How do you build on that and finish that season here, your first season, in a fashion that you and your players will be proud of?
Yeah, our guys have bounced back. There's some things that happened in that game the other night that we learned a lot about. And that's the thing about it. We're 8 games into the season, about to play our 9th game, and we're still learning things about our team and about ourselves. And we shuffled around some guys on the offensive line, and those guys did a great job in responding to that, and they're getting better and still gelling. Starting quarterback came out in that first quarter, had our backup quarterback ready to go and gave us a chance there towards the end. And so, we're still learning some things about each other, but at the same time, our guys are hungry to play and they know the expectations and what we had for this season. Whereas we may not have met all of those, they still know that man, they're going out and giving their best effort no matter the outcome, and their response and how they're bouncing back is really what I'm most focused on, and going out and competing tonight against a great McNeil team.
So who should we expect on the line tonight? And then quarterback wise, are you going to bounce back and forth again, or what's the decision there this week?
Yeah, so on the offensive line, we moved Cam Asbra. He'd been our center, for the last 7 games, and we moved him to guard and moved Torres to center, Andres Torres, and he he was out with a concussion. We were out we were down a couple offensive linemen versus Vandergriff a couple of weeks ago, and then we were able to get those guys back versus Vista Ridge and kind of shuffled some people around. And so, I think we've kind of found our groove there with that in that game the other night. And Torres is going to be a lot more confident snapping the football back there. And at the quarterback position, Dylan, he's going to be our starter tonight. And Tillman did a great job coming in and filling in for him when we pulled him early there. Just had some early turnovers and just felt like we needed a little something different. And no doubt Dylan's had a great work week, and he understood the why we did that. And for him being just a junior, he's very mature, and he knows, man. And he's experienced a lot of different things this season. He's been out with concussions, he's been out with cramps. The game didn't start off the way he wanted to the other night. Not all of that is Dylan's fault, but at the end of the day, everybody looks at the quarterback position, and you've got to be able to embrace that even when it's not your fault, you're still the leader of the offense. And so, all eyes are on you, but no doubt he's had a great week of practice, and he showed up Monday morning and was ready to rock and roll. And he jumped back in there and was splitting time with Tillman with some of those snaps. And you're going to see a lot of Dylan tonight.
Scouting this McNeil team, I'm not used to seeing a McNeil team like this. What are some keys to victory for you in this one tonight?
Yeah, well, offensively for them, they've got about 4 guys that are extremely explosive, and number 5, 0, number 3, number 9, and they can all play pretty much every position on offense, skill position that is, and so their number 1 player is number 5, and so us defensively, we got to understand where he's at the entire ball game because he'll take snaps at quarterback. And he's not just going to run it. He can throw it. He'll play running back. He'll play receiver. They got guys that line up at receiver, tight end, running back. And so, Scott does a good job of distributing the ball to them and getting in a bunch of different formations and trying to create matchups. And so we've just got to do a great job at containing those playmakers and just, making them snap it again and try to create some turnovers, which we did a great job of last week. Even as disastrous as it was for our offense, turn the ball over the first 3 possessions, we came back and created some turnovers on defense. And so, that's some things we got to continue to do to give ourselves more touches on offense. And then for us offensively, just keep feeding the ball to number 1 and number 4 and distribute it to them. Try to get Jake in the mix and Devin Patterson, number 24. And so try to keep the ball out of their offense's hands. And so more of a ball control style offense is what we're looking at, pushing for, and just trying to keep their offense off the field. I think that'll, help neutralize that a little bit and limit the amount of snaps that they have offensively.
Last question, Coach, before I let you go and coach up your guys for the second to last game of the season. It's been a fast first season for you at Cedar Ridge. What's been your favorite part so far? I know it's tough sometimes to reflect mid-season or in-season, but can you sit down here tonight and share maybe one of your favorite parts of being a part of the Cedar Ridge football community here in this first year?
Yeah, my favorite part is just it's the family atmosphere. From our community to our players, our parents. I just thank them so much for me being an outsider, not being from here, and coming from the Metroplex, and just really the support, that they give and the hunger they have to be great. And that's all you could ever ask for is finding a place that has high expectations for winning and so aligning those ideals with the values and the vision that I have has been amazing. And just seeing our guys every morning, we get up here, we come in early Monday mornings and just seeing their faces at 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:15. That's kind of been my favorite part, and just seeing them, the resilience and the perseverance they have, and when things don't go their way, and they still show up, and so I really appreciate that from them, and I'm excited to get to go to battle with them another opportunity tonight.
He's head coach Brian Vardaman. I'm Tyler Feldman. Coming up next, it's the Raiders taking on McNeil at the Palace. This has been the Cedar Ridge Raider football pregame show right here on Vype Live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the Palace here in North Austin for some Friday Night Lights. I'm Tyler Feldman alongside Kalen Hernandez. The rain clouds will be rolling in tonight. Right now, cotton candy skies, and the excitement, well, it is through the roof. And that's because it is senior night for the Cedar Ridge Raiders taking the field for their final home game of the season, ready to kick things off against their district rival, McNeil. The Mavericks sitting at 5-2 overall and second in the district. They are hungry, but these 3-5 Raiders are battle-tested and looking to shake off back-to-back losses. Cedar Ridge 10-3 all-time against the Mavs, but the Raiders have dropped the last 2 in this series. The stage is set, the seniors are ready, the crowd is ready, and you can feel it in the air, the tension, the energy, the passion of high school football on a overcast Texas Friday night from the heart of Central Texas. Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. It's Cedar Ridge and McNeil, and it's coming up next right here on Vype Live as I bring in Kaylin Hernandez. Kaylin, this is a Cedar Ridge team that you look at last week falling to Vista Ridge 37-24. It was Dylan Snoga, the starting quarterback here tonight, but he was taken out after throwing 2 first-quarter interceptions. In came Tillman Subak, and the backup quarterback did a pretty good job, but it just wasn't enough. Head coach Brian Vardaman saying on the pregame show he's going back to his junior quarterback, Dylan Snoga, on senior night, giving the confidence to number 17 to get back out there and get the job done.
Exactly. Just as you said, Coach Vardaman told us this week, it's all about short-term memory. Play hard, play fast, and play some Raider football.
And these Raiders, this is their last chance. A McNeil team that typically in past years has not done a really good job of winning football games. All of a sudden, the Mavericks currently coming into this game tonight sit second in District 25 6A, just one game back of Hutto. It's the top 4 teams that make the playoffs, and right now Cedar Ridge is on the outside looking in, 2-4 in district play compared to McNeil, 4-1 in district play. Both teams have taken the field. Seniors have been celebrated, and we will have kickoff when we come back right here on Vype Live.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Back here at Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. The lights are on. The captains are shaking hands midfield, and we are just about set to get underway here at the Palace. The Raiders rocking all black on senior night. Black helmets, black tops, black bottoms, and those white numerals. McNeil going with the navy blue helmets, white tops, white bottoms, blue numerals as the captains shake hands. They're fired up. And we're about to get set. Caitlin, this is a good opportunity for Cedar Ridge. They're not necessarily out of the picture just yet, playoff-wise, but certainly need to win this one and then in 2 weeks against Manor. As we are about to hear the national anthem, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have kickoff here at Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex.
Lieutenant Colonel Christopher Ross and Naval Science Instructor Master Gunnery Sergeant of the United States Marine Corps. Presenting the colors, Cadet McGregor, Cadet Fullerton, Cadet Columbia, Cadet Blakely. Now, to honor our country, award-winning Cedar Ridge High School headliners will sing the Star-Spangled Banner. Ladies and gentlemen, under the field direction of Cedar Ridge Director of Choirs, Kara Kopecki, our national anthem.
All right, the national anthem complete. A lovely job as always here at the Palace. Again, if you're just joining us, appreciate you spending your Friday night with myself, Tyler Feldman, and Kaylin Hernandez here on Vype Live. It's been a up and down season for Cedar Ridge, again coming in with the record of 3-5 overall, 2-4 in district play. They've lost 2 straight. McNeil, meanwhile, coming in having won 3 straight, so it'll be a good opportunity for head coach Brian Vardaman in his first season here leading the Cedar Ridge Raiders to knock off a McNeil team that is set to make the playoffs for the first time in a long time. Kaylin, what are some keys to Cedar Ridge possibly getting a win here tonight?
The major key, as I say all week, is just staying true to their identity, getting those playmakers involved. When they're in space, they can make magic happen. In this Palace, you can feel the energy tonight. It's a must-win game, and this is the perfect opportunity for Cedar Ridge to make a statement, to hopefully run the table to finish the season, Tyler.
Cooper Togus running out with his kicking unit. It'll be Cedar Ridge kicking off to start this football game. McNeil will be receiving to start. 12 minutes on this first quarter clock. Togus from his own 40-yard line. Two men back to receive for the Mavs. Here we go. Togus boots it deep, and we are underway from the Palace. Sails into the end zone for a touchback, and so the Mavs will get things going from their own 25-yard line. This has been a dynamic offense for McNeil this season, led by quarterback Calvin Cervini. They've got a lot of different weapons. Jarrell Gary is the guy to watch, too. He can play quarterback. He's a running back. He's a receiver. He has 6 touchdowns receiving this year, 7 touchdowns on the ground, so 13 total. That's a dynamic playmaker. 1 passing, so 14. And so watch out for number 5. Currently on the right hip of Cervini, the starting quarterback tonight for the Mavs. On first down, play action. It goes to Gary, and Gary up the middle gets a couple yards before being met by a handful of Raiders. So a short first down run. It looks like they'll go to Gary early and often here, Kaylin.
Early and often, and you're so right. And good showing by that defensive front to stop the run early. It's good to make a statement on the first drive, and it's going to set up a 2nd and long right here.
2nd and 8 from the 27. Gary now at receiver near side. It's a pass. Cervini has to tuck it, and he gets taken down immediately. Brody Carraz, the junior nose tackle. They're causing trouble. So big time third down opportunity for this Cedar Ridge defense. A defense that has been taken advantage of. They've given up 254 points in district play this season. As Cervini from the shotgun, quick pass, and it's nearly intercepted off the fingertips of Powers Wallace. He would have been home free, but now the punting unit comes out.
Great start for Coach Vardaman's defense. Force a 3. Now get your offense back on the field. That's looking to get a rhythm going. And if they can get a rhythm going here early, Tyler, watch out.
So a 3 and out for this Cedar Ridge defense. Sets up a 4th and 9 from the 26-yard line. Bryce Wilson out to punt for the Mavericks. 11:23 on this first quarter clock. Heavy pressure, and Wilson goes down. No flag is thrown, and that is a punt that doesn't even get to midfield. Marked at the 40-yard line, so fantastic field position to start for Dylan Snoga and this Raiders offense. A big opportunity for Snoga to regain that confidence. His head coach put the confidence back in him this week at practice after being pulled in that first quarter after throwing 2 interceptions last week against Vista Ridge. "31 seniors on this Cedar Ridge football team celebrated pregame. And with 11:13 still left in this opening quarter, it's 1st and 10 from the 40. Here's Snoga, gives it to Noah Devenish. Devenish wheel route, left side, cuts out, cuts in, down inside the 25-yard line. So big time run, about 15 yards, and Devenish, that's why he's one of the best running backs, not just in the state, but in the district as well.
Absolutely, one of the best running backs in the district. As soon as he can find an angle outside, he is gone, and right there gets a first down for the Raiders.
So 1st and 10 from the 25. Here's Snoga from the shotgun. Devenish on his right hip. It's a quick pass. Christian Hall grabs it. Has speed, has blockers, and bulldozes his way across the 15, inside, down around the 13-yard line. Another first down for the Raiders. So 2 plays, 2 first downs. And this is shaping up to be a great start offensively and defensively for Cedar Ridge. 1st and 10 from the 12. 10:30 on this first quarter clock. Devenish gets the rock, and he gets stopped immediately. Loses a yard. That defensive front, led by Ethan Wynn, the nose tackle, Jacorian Hubbard, and Deegan Hermes, the head coach's son for McNeil. 2 minutes into this first quarter, still no score, but the Raiders are driving. It's 2nd and 10 from the 11. Here's Snoga, back to Devenish, finds a seam, gets inside the 10-yard line, maybe gets a yard, met by a ton of Mavs. Got to go to the pass here, right, Kalen?
Absolutely. This is going to be very likely a passing down, and keep an eye out for Jake McGill or Carter Copeland. Snoga has been targeting these guys in the red zone all year, so wouldn't be surprised if he does it right now.
3rd and 7 from the 9. Snoga with trips right, trying to draw the defense offside. 9:30 and counting in this first quarter. And the Mavs defense is pointing to the Raiders offense for a false start. Let's see what they whistle. Yes, false start, so a 5-yard penalty will set up a 3rd and 12 now from the 14. Again, penalties has been a problem, those mistakes for Cedar Ridge throughout the course of this season.
When you're gifted field position like this, you know Vardaman wants to cash this in, and I know it's very early in the game, and you know you're happy with 3 points, but to make a statement this early in the game and put up a touchdown, be huge here for the Raiders.
3 minutes into this first quarter. 3rd and 12 from the 14. Snoga, pocket, end zone, caught. Jake McGill, a touchdown. The Raiders, big play Jake, And it's an early lead for Cedar Ridge on senior night.
What a strike there for Dylan Snoga. I said keep an eye on big play Jake. Loves to get open in the red zone right there. Goes to the left corner, wide open. Easy pitch and catch there for Snoga to Jake.
So with 9:03 remaining in this first quarter, it is Cedar Ridge who strikes first, a 14-yard touchdown pass. Big play Jake. Kalen Hernandez, the creator of that nickname, as Cooper Togus through the uprights. 3 minutes in, it's 7-0 Cedar Ridge. It'll be Mavericks football when we come back right here on Vype Live. Fourth receiving touchdown of the season for Jake McGill, and he does it on senior night. That's got to be special. And for Dylan Snoga, he was unfortunately pulled from the game last week for throwing those interceptions and not taking care of the football. That's now his 9th touchdown pass of the season on the first drive, no less, Kalen. That's exactly what you want to see if you're Cedar Ridge. As Togus boots it deep out of the end zone, so another touchback. The Mavs will have another chance against this Cedar Ridge defense that has been really impressive so far in this football game. Again, just a few minutes in, but that 3 and out set up some great field position, heavy pressure on the punt, and it led to 7 points for Cedar Ridge.
Right now is the perfect time for the defense to start building some momentum. Coming off a great 3 and out the first drive. We know McNeil has playmakers all around the board, so get ready for them to air it out this drive and play with a little bit more urgency.
Calvin Cervini, the senior, the lefty. He flings it left side. David Richardson making the grab, getting some extra yards. 6 yards on that first down pass play. 8:45 and counting on this first quarter clock. If you're just joining us, Dylan Snoga linking up with Jake McGill in the corner of the end zone to give Cedar Ridge an early 7-0 lead. 2nd and 4 from the 31. Cervini has Brian Perkins in motion right to left. Handoff. It goes to Gary, and Gary gets across the 35, down around the 36-yard line. Chains are moving. A windy night here in North Austin. Two District 25 6A foes. Last 13 meetings, 10 wins for Cedar Ridge, but McNeil has won the last 2. Handoff, Aiden Taylor, and the ball's loose, and the Raiders have it. Head coach Brian Vardaman, he was asking for more turnovers, and he gets a big one here in the first quarter.
What a start for this Raiders defense. I believe they do have it. Yes, they do. Coach Vardaman's fired up. The Raiders are fired up, and what an opportunity here, Tyler, for the Raiders to potentially go up 2 scores in the first quarter.
C.J. Forbes pouncing on that loose football, as we have an injured Maverick on the field right now. But Kalen, talking with head coach Brian Vardaman earlier this week, he said, look, we've got to force more turnovers defensively to really help jumpstart our offense. Well, now they get the ball on the McNeil 41-yard line. So back-to-back drives inside McNeil territory. 2 scores possibly on the board. First 2 drives for this Cedar Ridge offense, if they could get it done here.
Exactly, and just as you mentioned, I mean, something the Raiders have had to establish all season is kind of taking advantage of the other team's mistakes. You know, this team, you know, comes out with a 3 and out. You get a bad punt, good field position, cash it in, and Now that your defense finally forced a turnover and you're once again in Maverick territory, to go up 2 scores here, Tyler, would be just unbelievable for Vardaman's squad right here.
And you look at some of the games that Cedar Ridge has played this season, they could easily be, rather than 3-5, they could be 4-4, 4-2, or 4-4, 5-3. So they've got something to play for here. 7:55 on the clock here in the first quarter. It's Christian Hall in motion. Handoff goes to Devenish, and look how nifty Devenish is. Little spin cycle up the middle. He's still going near the 25-yard line. A 16-yard first down run. Devenish has been shifty to start this football game. He is tough to bring down.
So tough to bring down. It's almost as he just has Vaseline all over him the way these tacklers slip off him. I mean, such a slippery runner, hard to bring down, and right there, just a tough earned first down right there.
The senior, knowing this is his last game at the Palace. Snoga back to Devenish. Devenish finds a small seam down around the 24-yard line, so a gain of 2. 7:15 and counting in this first quarter if you're just joining us here on Vype Live. It is a windy night in North Austin. Rain expected, storms expected for the first time in about 40 days here in the area. Later on tonight, closer to 11 p.m. I'm not the meteorologist, though. That's just what I've read and digested. 2nd and 8 from the 24. 6:51 on the clock. Snoga. Back to Devenish. Devenish following 2 of his blockers left side. He gets ripped down. Good effort there defensively by Jacorian Hubbard, the senior defensive end for the Mavs.
Offensive coordinator Matt Leonard loves to use his playmakers as eye candy. On that big Devenish rush, he was using Christian Hall in motion as eye candy, and when you have so many playmakers, it's easier to make space for everyone.
3rd and 5 from the 21. Here's Snoga. Looks like he'll change things at the line. 6 minutes on the clock. Snoga, snap, drops back, fires over the middle, and it's bobbled and intercepted. Oh, boy. Not what you want to see. Tyler Burchett in and out of his hands, and it is picked off by the Mavs defensively. Tyson Cox coming down with that loose ball, and not what you want to see. A ball that should have been caught, tipped, and picked off by the other team deep into McNeil territory.
Yeah, just a tough break there, but to relay what Coach Vardaman likes to say, this team needs to have a short memory. This can't funnel into a snowball effect where McNeil gains the momentum. So, again, defense is out here. They've looked good defensively so far, so let's see if they can force another stop on this Mavericks offense.
Mavs back on offense, and there's the defense all over the place tonight. This Cedar Ridge defense is playing with a lot of energy, a lot of buzz to start this football game.
And they've been good. They've been really consistent throughout the season. They've given their offense many opportunities to score, holding their end of the bargain. And again, just another week, another tough output for this defense.
This is a McNeil offense that has been dangerous this season, averaging 447 total yards a game. 5:22 on the first quarter clock. Handoff. And the Raiders say the ball's out, and they've got it. What does the referee say? Looks like it'll stay with the Mavs. Aiden Taylor. Ball popped out. But they say he's down. McNeil offense staying on the field as the Cedar Ridge band is bringing it. 5 minutes left in this first quarter. It's 7-0 Raiders. The Raiders scoring on their opening drive of this football game. 3rd and 4 from the 26. Cervini, handoff. Gary finds a seam, and no one's going to catch him. What a run. 74-yard house call. Jarrell Gary finds the end zone, and the Mavs get a big splash play to cut into this Raiders lead.
Brutal. Brutal. I mean, as soon as he got past the first layer, I mean, he was gone. Just unbelievable speed from Gary there, and tough break for the defense right there. But that's what Coach Vardaman wants to limit. He wants to limit the splash plays. Keep that bend but don't break mentality. And these plays are going to happen, which is why you need to take advantage of the other team's mistakes.
Wilson's extra point is up and good, and with 4:47 left in this first quarter, we're all tied at 7. Jarrell Gary, 74-yard house call. His second longest touchdown run of the season, nearly got to that 80-yard touchdown run he had earlier in this football season. We'll be right back, tied at 7 right here on Vype Live.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
So Jarrell Gary, the big-time offensive weapon for this 5-win McNeil squad, 74 yards on a busted third down conversion, and we're tied at 7 as Trent Bell fields it from his own 15. Bell with speed out around the 30-yard line, and this Cedar Ridge offense will try to get back on track after an unfortunate interception. It was a in and out of the hands interception up in the air. McNeil took advantage, and now we're tied at 7, Kalen.
Exactly. Again, tough break for that offense, and for McNeil to come out and respond just like that completely resets the ball game. And another good test here for Dylan Snoga to get something going, keep the confidence in the offense, and keep this a ball game.
74 yards for Gary. 7 all. District 25 6A. Not disappointing. This is a tough district, and we've seen why week in and week out. 4:41 on this first quarter clock. First down handoff goes to Davidish, and Davidish gets wrapped up immediately by Tyson Cox, the junior joker, who just so happened to have that interception last defensive stand. So a loss of 1 on first down sets up a 2nd and 11 from their own 29. Windy night at the Palace. Sky's entirely dark. Lights are on, thankfully. Snoga looks left, throws left, and it's incomplete. Intended for Zachary Williams. 4:03 still to go in this first quarter. It's now a 3rd and long for this Raiders offense. What do you do here, Kalen?
Well, you got to pass. Look for Christian Hall here to try to get open down the middle.
They go bootleg right. Snoga on the run, intended for Christian Hall. He had separation, but that throw just out of the reach, and so a quick 3 and out for this all-black Cedar Ridge offense. They're wearing black top to bottom. It's a sleek look. But Cooper Togus in this punting unit will come back out onto the field and try to pin the Mavs deep.
Back to the Seas, number 0, Aiden Taylor.
Aiden Taylor set to receive the punt for the Mavs. Good snap, Togus. Good protection. Booming punt. Bounces around the 33-yard line and bounces backwards. So a decent punt. We've seen better, but now we'll get to see this McNeil offense yet again. And you got to like what you've seen and how this McNeil offense responded from that first turnover. But now the Cedar Ridge defense will have to keep bringing in. That's been one of those big question marks, is do they have the endurance and the stamina to keep up with some of these high-powered offenses in the district, Kalen?
Yeah, you know, coming off a quick 3-and-out after that last offensive possession, you know, these kids are tired, but they'll fight. They'll fight, and they've done it all season, and hopefully they can do it one more time here.
Gary on first down, brought down by Powers Wallace. You know, it's been a long week for everyone. But for these seniors at Cedar Ridge, they know what's at stake. They want to go out on a high note here on their home field against a rival, no less. 3:20 left in this first quarter. We're tied at 7. It's 2nd and 7 from the 36. Cervini going deep, left side. It's short, and it's almost caught. That ball was underthrown, intended for Brian Perkins, and Perkins nearly made a spectacular grab. Instead, it's incomplete. So that'll set up a 3rd and 7 from their own 36. Another opportunity for these Raiders to get a big stop. Quinn Ewer's jersey spotted in the crowd. Current Miami Dolphin, number 2 on the depth chart. That was Cervini earlier in this season as he throws it left side. Ball is caught and enough for the first down. Zach Christie, senior wideout for the Mavs, moving those chains. Yes, it was Jaden Soltz who started the season as QB1 for McNeil as the Mavs are going hurry up here. 2:53 and counting. We've got flags. We've got a ball deep for Gary, and Gary nearly comes down with the great coverage by C.J. Forbes. As we wait for the flag.
I believe this is going to be an offsides on the Raiders. The free play right there, which is why he chucked it down the field.
Soltz injured his lower leg in the game against Vandegrift. And that was a game that McNeil shocked a lot of people, beating the Vipers 17-14. Scott Hermes, who's the head coach of McNeil, was a longtime defensive coordinator at Vandegrift, so he came in with a little bit more insight than normal. Penalty was on the Raiders, so ball now sits right around midfield. Calvin Cervini. From the shotgun. Quick pass. Aiden Taylor. Taylor, nothing. Met immediately by Aiden O'Brien Brown. Big time tackle for the junior strong safety. Still tied at 7. 2.5 minutes left here in the opening quarter. Both teams showcasing some good. Both teams also showcasing some not so good. Turnovers leading the points on both sides. Cervini, he has Christie in motion. Handoff. It goes to Taylor, and the senior gets a few yards. Clock continues to run. Gain of about 5. Mavs continue to go no huddle. They've got 3 receivers on the right side, near side of your screen. It's Taylor, Perkins, and Gary. And now they're calling an audible. Watch out. They did this last time, and Gary went 74 yards to the house. It goes to Gary, and Gary doesn't look like he got enough.
Just short.
Looks short. Looks like he's about a yard shy of that first down marker. That was on 3rd and 2, so will they go for it here?
An offense seems to be huddling up.
I think they're going for it. 4th and 1.
Here we go, Tyler.
From the Cedar Ridge, 45. This would be huge for the Raiders. As the crowd starts to get into it. on the Cedar Ridge side. Back to Gary. Did he get it? I don't think he did. Trent Bell and company racing all the way down the field to celebrate. I don't think he got it. Turnover on downs. But hold on 1 second. There's an injured Raider right on that 45-yard line. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it'll be Raider football. Hold on a second. We'll stay right here. Arion Gaddison, my man, popped up and sprinted off the field. I think he just needed a breath. So a huge defensive stop for Brian Vardaman's Raiders. And with 39 seconds left in this first quarter, still tied at 7, the Raiders take over from their own 45. Caitlin, that's about as big a play we've seen defensively from Cedar Ridge this season.
Exactly. Maybe the biggest. Who knows? But perfect opportunity here for the Raiders to take over on offense.
Mavs blitzing. Handoff goes to Devin Patterson, and Patterson, boy, does he run tough. Across midfield, close to the McNeil 45. So about a 10-yard run, and hey, credit Cedar Ridge. They've been getting some big gains on the ground on first down in this ball game so far.
Look at this formation.
No huddle for the Raiders. Snoga to Christian Hall, and Hall gets about 5 yards on that first down run. Raiders are moving. They're grooving. In rhythm with the band here on a Friday night. And that'll do it for this first quarter. 12 minutes down, 36 to go. We're tied at 7. It's McNeil. It's Cedar Ridge. It's senior night for the Raiders right here on Vype Live. One quarter down. Second quarter about to get underway. Tyler Feldman, Kalen Hernandez, Shane Shulwinski back in studio, making sure the audio is crisp, clear, and just beautiful. It's a beautiful night. A little bit windy here in North Austin. And a beautiful game so far, tied at 7 as we get set to start this second quarter. Kalen, it seems like McNeil heavily favored in this game if you're looking at the standings and how they fared. Seems like they may have overlooked this one tonight. Raiders driving, 2nd and 5. Goes to Devin Patterson, and 2-4. Gets between 2 and 4 on that second down run.
If you did a little bit of your homework, you would know this Cedar Ridge team is no pushover. They got so many playmakers on both sides of the ball, whether it's Noah Devonish, Christian Hall, Devin Patterson, Trent Bell. I mean, they have guys that can truly do it all. So that's why the result is the way it is right now.
Carter Copeland near side, but they go back to Patterson, and Patterson gets just about nothing. That defensive front, Ethan Wynn, Deegan Hermes, Jacorian Hubbard, they've been tough to get past outside of first down. It seems like first down, they're like, let's take our foot off the gas. Every other down, it's been a challenge.
Exactly, and with the 4th and 4 coming up, we're going to keep that offense on the field. This is another big play, a lot of big 4th downs early on.
Here we go, 1 minute into this second quarter. Devonish in motion. A little play action pitch. Snoga right side has Christian Hall following his blockers. And he gets across the 25, got a huge block from Carter Copeland. And what a great call by Matt Leonard there. A little fake pitch left side, roll out right side, and Christian Hall is the guy you want with the ball in that situation.
It's the classic, just how they drew it up. Play action, Hall wide open in the flat, and he could have walked to that first down if he wanted to.
I'm glad he didn't. Chains are moving. 1st and 10 from the 22. Snoga. 10:30 left in this first half. Tied at 7. Hands it off to Devenish. There is a flag. Might be a hold. Devenish still going down the far sideline. Inside the 5, but hold on, it may be coming back. Looks like they're saying it's offside on the defense. Wow. Penalty declined, offside on that McNeil defense. So a great run from Devenish. Gets the Raiders close. It'll be 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Seems like finally a flag went in favor of Cedar Ridge. It's gone the other way a lot this season. 1st and goal from the 6. 2 minutes into this second quarter. Here's Snoga. Gives the rock to Patterson. And Patterson, the junior, on senior night, gets 3 yards. Halfway to the promised land. .950 and counting. Snoga with McGill atop the screen. Hall and Copeland near side. Snoga play action and wide open. It's Tyler Burchett for the touchdown, and Cedar Ridge back out in front.
Just beautiful. Beautiful execution this drive. Even when things got tough on 4th down. Able to punch it in. Right there, Burchett wide open again. Corner of the end zone. This Cedar Ridge team is starting to get going. They're gaining some momentum here, and you know they truly do believe they can come out with a W tonight, just like they do every game.
A 3-yard touchdown pass from Snoga, his 10th touchdown pass of the season. Junior to junior, Tyler Burchett, his 2nd touchdown catch of this season. And with 9:35 left here in the first half, it's Raiders 14. It's McNeil 7. You're watching Cedar Ridge football right here on Vype Live.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Back at Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. Dylan Snoga with the big get-back game. 2 touchdown passes already here in this opening half. And with 9:35 left in the second quarter, it is Cedar Ridge 14. It is McNeil 7. Not sure I saw this coming as the Mavs retrieve it from their own 15. Get out to about the 30-yard line. And Kalen, I said this earlier, but it seems like McNeil overlooked this one.
Exactly. I mean, this is no team to overlook. They have mentally tough players, both offensively and defensively. And if you're not going to stick to your game plan, if you're not going to come, with your game face on, I mean, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle. These Raiders are very frisky. They like to hang around. They're never truly out of any game. And when you give them chances to get a lead, they can gladly run away with it.
If you look at who McNeil has battled the last 2 weeks, 3-point win at Vandergrift. That is not easy to do. And then a 3-point win versus Vista Ridge. So they've played a couple of these district opponents close. And now they've got a tough battle against a Cedar Ridge team as Aiden Taylor. Nice little shifty first down run for about 8 yards. Cedar Ridge, again, they played Vista Ridge tough last week. It just didn't happen, right? So the Cedar Ridge team has the talent. I don't think things have come together quite as fast as Brian Vardaman would have liked here in his first season. But he has all the confidence in the world. He got here late in the summer, so he now will have a full season to really get this program in the order and fashion in which he wants to see it and see it grow as well. So Maybe they get a big upset win here tonight. 8:45 on this first half clock. Taylor, nothing. Ripped down by the UTEP commit, Jalen Hamilton. He's just gotten better and better as this season has progressed. The senior linebacker, tremendous. The Miners are getting a good one.
Absolutely. And to highlight other studs, I mean, Trent Bell, Brady Carraz, I mean, so many playmakers on this defense, and right now everything's clicking for them.
3rd and 2 from the 38. Trips right for the Mavs. Servini gives the rock off to Zylan Hall. And Zylan gets the first down, but there's a couple flags from both sides.
I think they're going to get the Raiders for a face mask. That's the call I saw from one of the officials. We will discuss.
Officials are talking things over. Kalen, you saw correctly.
Will be a face mask. That's going to be a tough break. That's going to put them in Raider territory.
Kalen, got to credit your eyes. That's just good vision. You saw what I didn't.
Maybe it was the carrots I would munch on growing up.
Big carrot guy, huh?
Big carrot guy,
okay.
Yeah. What's up, Doc?
Okay. Got to bring Bugs Bunny onto the broadcast. Maybe Lola too. You don't want to leave her out of things.
Exactly.
First down pass, deep, and it's intercepted. Gabriel Cisneros, the senior. He's been so good all season long, and he comes down with an unbelievable acrobatic interception. Another turnover for this Raiders defense.
What a play there by Gabriel Cisneros. I mean, just tracked the ball down the sideline. Wow. Out jumped the wide receiver and is just able to come down with it. And, you know, he jumped pretty high there, but you should have seen how high he jumped on that celebration. Boy, was he fired up, and as he should be. That's a huge turnover for this Raiders defense, and it's going to give the offense another chance to go up 2 scores.
Jarrell Gary was the intended receiver for Calvin Servini. It was a deep ball. It was an aggressive play call. It did not work out for these Mavericks. And so now this Cedar Ridge offense back out on the field. 7:49 left in this second quarter. It's a 1-score lead for the Raiders. Wildcat. It's Christian Hall following his lead blockers, and he gets tripped up right around the 15-yard line. It looked like he was seeing the end zone had he not lost his footing. Four-yard gain on that first down Wildcat run. And we've seen that Wildcat from time to time when Matt Leonard, Brian Vardaman, they want to give their quarterback a rest. Or get the defense thinking differently. 2nd and 6 from the 16. Ball goes to Devonish, and Devonish goes nowhere. Jacorian Hubbard was there for the Mavs on that takedown. Sets up a 3rd and 6. Let's see what the Raiders do here. 6:49 and counting on this second quarter clock. Snogan shotgun. We've got a timeout called by the Cedar Ridge coaching staff. We'll take a timeout too when we come back. 6:33 left on this second quarter clock. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Raiders right after this on Vype Live.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
The bands are getting set for halftime. Always a fun time. Texas high school football. The bands do such a nice job. We'll see the Cedar Ridge Band and the McNeil Band coming up at halftime. 6:33 away. It's third down, a heavy blitz for Snoga. He gets rid of it. But boy, oh boy, that was just tremendous pressure defensively. Michael Jones, the senior, coming from that second level. And it'll be fourth down as Cooper Togus in the punting unit comes out for Cedar Ridge.
Yeah, just a perfectly dialed up blitz there by the Mavericks. Stop they needed to have, and we're going to get the ball back. Luckily with Togus' leg, he can definitely boot this pretty far back, but with how deep he is, don't be surprised if the Mavericks have good field position.
Good snap. Togus just gets it off in time, and it takes a very favorable McNeil kickback, bounced around the 43 maybe, and inside the 40, so tremendous field position incoming for this very high-powered Mavericks offense, an offense that loves to score the football. They've scored 267 points overall this season. That's third best if you're looking at teams in District 25 6A. Round Rock has scored the most with 292, and Hutto with 290. So this has been a high-powered McNeil offense, but you have to credit Cedar Ridge, Kalen. They have held them in check here in this first half.
Got to give them credit there. And
6:20 remaining in the second quarter. It's a first down handoff. Gary at quarterback. They give it to Zylan. Hall, and Hall takes it all the way down the hall for a 40-yard touchdown. They put Jarrell Gary in at quarterback, and he's played quarterback a decent bit this season. Hands it off to 2-3, and Zylan Hall sprints downfield. Another big splash play touchdown for the Mavericks.
Boy, do they respawn quick. Just one play and to the house. After this PAT, it's going to be a tied ball game, and got a shootout here, it seems like.
Bryce Wilson through the uprights. Extra point is good. We're tied at 14. Cedar Ridge knows now they've got their work cut out for them. A very good McNeil team. A 5-win McNeil team. Ties things up at 14. 6:10 to go here in the second quarter. You're watching Cedar Ridge football right here on Vype Live. Zylan Hall, junior running back. 40-yard touchdown run. His fourth rushing touchdown of the season. With about 6 minutes to go here in this opening half at the Palace, McNeil and Cedar Ridge are tied at 14 as that football off the foot of Bryce Wilson flies out of the end zone. So this Raiders offense back out onto the field at their own 25-yard line. They'll have about 6 minutes to take that football downfield and try to regain this lead. Kalen, you have to credit Cedar Ridge, but they've got to figure out a way to stop those big splash plays from really just crushing time of possession and putting McNeil right back in this game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what makes McNeil so scary to go against. I mean, they can answer in a jiffy, and you know, it's okay to have these slow drives, slow developing drives, that lead to scoring, but just beware. The Mavericks on the other side can score on any given down, and we're all tied up here now.
Andres Torres, the center, flips it back to Snoga. He keeps it himself, has nowhere to go. Yikes. Michael Jones again. He had that heavy pressure on that third down blitz. Last drive, swings down Snoga for the sack. And that sets up a 2nd down and long. Loss of 7 on that 1st down sack. So the Raiders are turning to the air, it looks like. Trips right for Snoga and company. Quick pass. It's Christian Hall following his blockers. McGill with the good block. Hall across the 30. And finally dragged down around the 35-yard line. So how about that? Lose 7 on 1st down. Gain plenty on 2nd down to move the chains.
That's exactly what I want to see Matt Leonard go back to, just getting his playmakers in space and moving the ball. I know he wants Dylan Snoga to go through with these scripted plays, but that's why your offense is an engine, these playmakers right here.
No huddle. Rock goes to Patterson, and Patterson gets 2 or 3 yards. Clock management. Let's see how the Raiders operate here late in this 2nd quarter. 5 minutes left in this 1st half, tied at 14. So glad you're with us for right now, dark, dry skies here in North Austin at the Palace. 2nd down and 7 from the 38. Snoga leaves it for Patterson, and Patterson gets met immediately. Deegan Hermes, the coach's son, clotheslines Patterson. And so that sets up a 3rd and about 6. Let's see what this Raiders offense cooks up here. Another 3rd down, 4:15 and counting in this 2nd quarter. Four minutes on the clock, 3rd and 6. Snoga from the shotgun, drops back, good protection. Now he's flushed out of the pocket, tucks it, runs out of bounds around the 42-yard line. So that's not going to be enough for the 1st down. Punt unit comes out. You could hear that Cedar Ridge coaching staff from up here yelling, punt, punt.
It's hard to get anything going with those bootleg rollouts. Nothing seems to be open down the field. It's going to lead to another 3 and out and another big ask for this Raider defense.
Togus from his own 30. Low liner. Good movement. Trickles out of bounds near the 25-yard line. So with 3:43 left on this 1st half clock, the Mavericks looks like they mark it at the 26-yard line. They'll have to go 74 yards to take a lead into halftime. Kayla, how do you go about stopping these splash plays?
One play at a time. One play at a time. I know they can score on any given play, but, I mean, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. With the amount of talent they have on their side, I mean, it's all about just limiting what they can do. Trying to clog it up the gut, playing hard man, staying on your guy, and just focusing on your assignment. Take it one play at a time.
1st and 10 from their own 26. Gary keeps it himself on the Wildcat and gets sandwiched. Oh, my. Josh Gentry, the senior free safety, stepping up and applying the boom. Can't say the Cedar Ridge defense hasn't been physical in this one, Caleb.
They've been absolutely physical tonight. That front four, again, other than the splash plays, have kept them in check, and they just got to keep doing that, especially right before the half ends.
2nd and 8, ball in the 27. Handoff goes to Taylor, and Taylor gets just about nowhere. Aiden O'Brien-Brown putting him down on the ground. 3 and counting left in this second quarter. Tied at 14. McNeil and Cedar Ridge. McNeil has won the last 2 in this series. But it's been Raiders, all Raiders pretty much, going back last 13 meetings, Raiders with 10 wins over these Mavs. Here's Cervini throwing deep over the middle, and it's hauled in. Aiden Taylor across midfield. Found some separation for the first down and then some. Always interesting seeing a ball fly out of the left hand of a quarterback. So used to seeing a righty, but this Cervini kid can sling it. Handoff goes to Hall, and Hall finds a little bit of a seam. Across the 45, down around the 43-yard line. So 2 minutes left on the clock. 2-minute timeout oncoming. And we'll take a timeout as well and be right back here on Vype Live. All tied up at 14.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
We're back here at the Palace. 2 minutes left on this first half clock. It's a 2nd down and 6 from the 43 for the McNeil Mavericks. Coming in with 5 wins and 2 losses, 4-1 in district. Handoff. It goes to Aiden Taylor, but this Cedar Ridge defense is playing with an energy. Powers Wallace there on the takedown that I really haven't seen the last few weeks. McNeil still with all 3 timeouts. They don't call one here. 1:35 and counting on this second quarter clock. Raiders blitzing. There's a flag on the field. Deep ball downfield, and it's overthrown, intended for Jarrell Gary, Calvin Cervini's favorite target.
Coach Vardaman's upset on that play. I think they're going to get him for an offsides. Won't be an automatic first down, but...
Kalen, you should play the lottery. Your accuracy tonight has just been tremendous. Little 5-yard penalty. Set up a 3rd and 1. And do they get it? It looks like they get just enough. They went on the ground. They gave it to their guy, Jarrell Gary. Man, Gary's pretty impressive. He does it all. Quarterback tonight, played wide receiver tonight, running back. 1:15 on the clock. Still tied at 14. It's 1st and 10 from the 36 now. Trips left for McNeil. Cervini, snap, fires right, and he underthrows it. Had his man Gary wide open. I don't know if his arm got hit, but that ball was about 4 yards short. So now what do you do here? 2nd down, 36 yards to get into the end zone. 66 seconds remaining here in this second quarter. Cervini, pressure, just dumps it off for his man Aiden Taylor, and Taylor stumbles across the 30, just shy of that first down marker, and McNeil finally will take a timeout. 53 seconds left on the clock. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back 28 yards separate McNeil from the end zone. Let's see if they get it. We'll have the rest of this first half when we come back here on Vype Live.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Alrighty, folks, 53 seconds still remaining in this second quarter. Tied at 14, 28 yards to go for this McNeil offense. It's Jarrell Gary at quarterback. He leaves it for Zylan Hall, and Hall stumbles, stays on his feet somehow. Finally, Gabriel Cisneros brings him down around the 17-yard line. Tough run for Hall, and it looks like McNeil. Did McNeil call it?
I think that was McNeil.
Regardless, the clock stops. It was McNeil who called the timeout. We'll keep it here. Kalen, 23 yards to go, 45 seconds left on the clock. If you look at this McNeil field goal kicker, Bryce Wilson, the senior, he's 3 for 5 on field goals this season. He hit from 48, so that's always an option. How does this Cedar Ridge defense stop the Mavs from getting into the end zone, though?
Yeah, again, if there's going to be a moment where you really want to establish a bend but don't break mentality, it's right here. You want to keep it, you want to stay in striking distance going into halftime to allow a touchdown, going into the half. That shifts things, that shifts things. And to get a stop here, you're going to want to limit those middle of the field passes. Don't let those explosive runs happen, and, kind of relax a little bit. I know this is a big pressure point of the game, but play relaxed, play fun football, and, again, one play at a time. Get that stop and go into the half on a good note.
Cervini, play action, made the right call, throws it downfield. There's got to be a flag. Pass interference. It was intended for Jarrell Gary, and there was some heavy coverage, a little bit too much hand fighting. Josh Gentry, I believe, going to be called on that PI. Still waiting on the call. It is PI on the defense. And as you can see, the Mavs are walking their way closer to that goal line. First and goal now from the 8. After the pass interference. 40 seconds left on this clock. Cervini, right side. Great catch made by Zylan Hall. And Hall meets a handful of Raiders on that far side. Turns something into what I thought would be nothing. It was a nice grab. And McNeil will use its third and final timeout of this first half. 31 seconds left in this second quarter. We're tied at 14. This is a Cedar Ridge team coming in losers of 2 straight, and the McNeil team who came in winners of 3 straight. And somehow Cedar Ridge has come in with the energy of a senior night, Kalen. You can take yourself back to senior night. Just a little bit different when you know this may be the final time you play on your home field.
Very emotional, to say the least. But if you could come out here with a W, I mean, how sweet would that be? I mean, you're right there. You're right there. It's all tied up right now, and If you're the Raiders right now, you're just thinking they have four chances to get into the end zone. At least stop them for 3, because then, they can attempt a field goal. They can hold them to 3 points here. That is a big win for the Raider defense, Tyler.
That would be ginormous. Even more ginormous would be holding them to no points. Here we go. 2nd down and goal from the 4. Gary in motion. Cervini looks right, throws left, and that's a touchdown. Aiden Taylor, untouched, into the end zone. And with 26 seconds left in this first half, the Mavs jump out to their first lead of this ball game. It pretty much took the entire first half, but this McNeil team finally has a lead. Calvin Cervini linking up with Aiden Taylor. 4-yard touchdown pass and catch. Bryce Wilson, extra point is good. 26 seconds left in this second quarter. McNeil jumps out in front. 21-14. Raiders with one final chance. Let's see what they do. That's next right here on Vype Live.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? The parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Back at the Palace. It took the entire first half pretty much for McNeil to sniff its first lead of this football game. Finding the end zone with 26 seconds left on this second quarter clock as Wilson boots it out of the end zone. So one final chance. Kalen, do you think Vardaman tries something here? Or do you think he just takes a knee and they go into the locker room down a touchdown?
With 2 timeouts, I would like Matt Leonard to go into those bag of tricks we've been referring to all season. Because we know if you give Cooper Togus a chance from anywhere, honestly, on this field, you've always got a chance for 3 points. So I would like to see them at least try. Give it a try.
And it looks like that is what they're going to do. 4 receivers set. 5 receivers set. 4 on the bottom of your screen, 1 on the top. Quick pass, Snoga to Hall. Hall trying to follow his blockers. Finds a little hole, spins off one, stays in bounds, and just gets pummeled. Back to about the 30-yard line. Forward progress, 34-yard line. So a gain of 9. 10 seconds and counting on that clock. Looked like some heavy coaching from the Raiders coaching staff with quarterback Dylan Snoga. That'll be the first half. Clock strikes 0. McNeil goes into the locker room, leading 21-14 over the Raiders. Kalen, thoughts on this first half? What does Cedar Ridge need to do? What do they need to fix to try to come back and win this football game?
Despite being down 7, they are still very much alive in this football game. And, if you take out those 2 splash plays, McNeil really hasn't gotten anything going on offense other than that last drive. So you hope that last drive isn't a reflection of what's to come in the second half, and rather, just them taking advantage of opportunities gifted to them. But still anybody's game, and still plenty of time for that offense to get in a rhythm.
We'll see the bands. McNeil, Cedar Ridge, some of the best bands in all the lands. They'll hit the field right now. You'll get to hear it and watch it right here on Vype Live. First half is over. Second half will be after the performances here at the Palace. It's McNeil 21. It's Cedar Ridge 14 after 24 minutes of football. We'll be back with the second half right after the bands here on Vype Live.
The Majestics would like to recognize the backing sponsor, Global Law Firm, Austin Orthodox, Ridge Fancy Music, Affiliates, Michigan Eyes, Austin, Top Law, and Trust. Good evening, Raider Nation. On behalf of Cedar Ridge High School and the Round Rock Independent School District, we are proud to present your 2022 National Champion and the Crown Jewels of Cedar Ridge. We now invite you into the round of royalty. Line officers are Major Haley Zaccaro, Major Audrey Budman, Lieutenant Colonel Gianna Santoro, and Colonel Blair Hudson. Social officers are Leighton Treese, Giselle Galan, Kalani Ubu Stevens, Vice President Waverly Crowder, and President Madeline Tijerina. Social officers is Denise Harris, and Officer's Choice is Kaya McCurder. Our two-time overall grand champion royalty dance team will now perform a hip-hop routine to a mix of songs from pop icon Usher. team is directed by Ken Richardson and Sophie Modi. Rollers would like to take this time to thank some of our sponsors. Platinum sponsors D&T Construction, Devil Creek Assisted Living and Memory Care, Gaddisville Road Dental, Highway Delivery, Pure Ball, Rock Vision, Southern Trail, and Wildflower Orthodontics. Gold sponsors, offices of Big Trail, Roadside Team and the Dance Gallery. Tonight, the band will be performing a portion of their 2025 competition program, The Beholder, featuring the Sweeties, Minds of Rome, and White Warners, The Beautiful People. The Cedar Ridge Raider Band in color guard is a perennial band to make America Championship Finals. The band was a 6A UIL State Marching Contest finalist in 2018, 2021, 2022, and 2023, as well as the bronze medalist in 2022. They were the BOA Waco Regional Championship winner this year. The women's ensemble was a 6A honor band state semifinalist, and the color guard was the class finalist at WPI in 2024. The wind ensemble clarinet choir is an invited showcase at the 2025-2026 TNEA convention. And now, under the field direction of Lewis Hatton, Romeo Losavia, and Ashland Moore, our mighty Cedar Ridge Raider Band. If you can sponsor the work lawn service, and you're looking for custom landscape design or comprehensive lawn mowers, they have you covered. High school principal is Dr. Sean Miller. Our assistant principal is Christian Harper Hill. Our assistant principals are Gary Carson, and Angels are America Jackson. Time for our Cedar Ridge Roll Dance teams and our mighty Raider Band. Like Independent School District would like to thank the following sponsors for their donations. Bush's Chicken at 156 Range Road 620 in Austin. Bush's Chicken at 1410 Round Road Avenue in Iowa. Moonshine, 600 Degrees Pizzeria. Thank you again for your continued support. Here come the Raiders.
Welcome back to the Palace. Second half about to get underway right here on Vype Live. I'm Tyler Feldman. He's Kalen Hernandez. And Kalen, what a great back and forth first half of football here between two 25-6A foes. McNeil looking to supplant themselves as one of the best teams in the district going into the postseason. Cedar Ridge just trying to stay alive. They've got to win tonight. Then they're off next week. Then they've got to finish the season with the win over last place Manor. Then they have to have some other stuff happen to even have a shot to make the playoffs. But you like a lot of what you see in that first half. Now they have to finish things in the second half.
Exactly. There's so much to build from that first half, and it could all start with equalizing this game after this first drive. If Sonoga can get in a rhythm and those playmakers can go out and get in space, and the defense can hold up for just one more half, I think we have a ball game here, folks.
Therese Harrison fielding the second half opening kickoff from about 7 yards deep into his own end zone, and he only gets out to about the 22-yard line. So he almost gets back to what a touchback would have been, but you have to love the aggressiveness by this Cedar Ridge special teams to start off this second half. And Caleb, look, they get the ball first. A great opportunity to tie this football game up.
An excellent opportunity, and in this second half, I would like to see Sonoga use his legs more. He's used them in the past to get themselves out of pressure situations, and it'd be nice to, add that part of his dynamic game, into this game.
11:52 remaining in this third quarter. It's 1st and 10 from the 22. Here's Dylan Sonoga from the shotgun. leaves it for Noah Devonish, and Devonish, Speedy Gonzalez, across the 30, gets 8, maybe 9 yards on that first down run, and first down running has been a big plus for Cedar Ridge offensively tonight as they go no huddle. 2nd and 1 from the 31. Snoga back to Devonish. Little cut to the right, and he gets across the 40. Devonish is coming out of the locker room to start this second half with a clear vision of what he wants to do. "32 seconds in. 19 yards on the ground. Thanks to 2 big-time runs from Noah Devonish, the senior on senior night. Here's Snoga, the junior, from the shotgun. Back to Devonish, this time. Right hip to left side. And finally, McNeil says enough is enough. Tyson Cox there, the junior linebacker, on the stop. I think Matt Leonard has a key player, a key scheme in this second half. Run the football. 10:50 and counting in this third quarter. Raiders trailing by a touchdown. Here's Snoga. Tyler Burchett in motion. Applies a big block. Snoga avoids one tackle, and that gets met by a trio of Mavericks led by Deegan Hermes and Tyson Cox.
That's exactly what I'd like to see sprinkled into this offense. Allowing Snoga to use his legs. He could be dangerous on the ground. Most importantly, you want to get, number 4 in space.
3rd and 3 from their own 48. Christian Hall in motion right to left. Let's see what we get here. Snoga to Devonish. Devonish, big hole up the middle, makes one man miss, and see you later. 10-5, touchdown. 52-yard house call. Noah Devonish, take a bow.
Number 1, Noah Devonish.
The crowd is loving it. Noah Devonish, his 10th touchdown run of the season, and it comes at a perfect time. Low snap on the extra point, but McGill gets the hold up. Togus through the uprights. Kalen, how about that? What a run.
So many playmakers on this offense. Eventually one of them's going to get it going, and it's starting to feel like a weekly thing where Noah Devonish just takes one to the house. As soon as he gets past that first level on the defense, he's a really hard guy to tackle, and if you don't have the pursuit angle, good luck.
Devonish, 52-yard touchdown run, blazing speed, and so with 9:53 remaining in this third quarter, we are all tied up at 21. Setting up to be a great finish here at the Palace. Senior night for Cedar Ridge. Devonish averaging more than 7 yards a rush this season, coming in averaging nearly 111 rushing yards a game. He's had 5 games already this season out of the 8 games that they've played where he's eclipsed that 100-yard mark in a football game. He is something special. Maybe not the biggest back, but shifty, fast, skilled, great vision as Togus boots it. And it could have trickled out of bounds, but it's picked up. And the Mavs got it. And the Mavs inside Raiders territory. What a big-time return for Aiden Taylor. And just like that, you get a score, and then we've seen this time and time again, a big splash play after points on the board for Cedar Ridge.
Yeah, it seems like they just always have a response ready right now, and whether it's offense or special teams right there, I mean, already operating in Raider territory. Going to be a tough ask for this defense, but in a close ball game like this, whoever makes the fewer mistakes going this point forward will likely win this ball game.
9:43 remaining in this third quarter. We're tied at 21. But great field position for McNeil. 1st and 10 from the 36. Gary at quarterback. Keeps it himself and bulldozes his way across the 30 to about the 26-yard line. So a gain of about 9.5. He'll be just shy of that first down marker. Clock continues to run, and this McNeil offense is running no huddle. Gary back at QB. More Gary. And Gary gets plenty for that first down. Across the 20, taken down by a couple of Raiders. Cisneros. Malachi Suh there on the tackle. And again, they're running no huddle. They've got to work quickly here defensively if you're Cedar Ridge. Gary just putting his head down and pushing forward. Finally met by a trio of Raiders. Benny Sears, one of the captains on this Raiders football team, on the tackle. 3 minutes into this third quarter. It's been an exciting second half, to say the least. 52-yard touchdown run by Noah Devonish, his 10th rushing touchdown of the season, has tied this football game up at 21. Aiden Taylor then on the ensuing kickoff. A big-time return deep into Raiders territory has set up this 2nd down and 4 from the 13. Darrell Gary in at quarterback. He's got Zylan Hall on his left hip. Gary, QB keeper, pushes forward inside the 5. Found a seam and stuck with it. Mavericks dominating this no huddle with Gary in at quarterback. More Gary. Finally, Gary met by a handful of Raiders. Under 9 minutes to go here in this third quarter. We did not see this efficient offense from McNeil in the first half. Clearly came out with the game plan. Calvin Cervini back in at quarterback. You see Darrell Gary now topped your screen. He's on the right side at receiver, going head-to-head with Gabriel Cisneros. Cisneros, the senior, he had an interception in the first half. Here's the handoff. It goes to Taylor, and Taylor about a yard shy of that goal line. Calvin Cervini. More no huddle. Taylor on his right hip. They go back to Taylor, and Taylor. Does he get it? Does he get it? Raiders say no. Officials say no, he is short. Mavs thought they had it. .738 and counting. So they fail on the 3rd down as a referee falls down. Now he gets back up on 4th and goal from the 1. And Gary just jumps over the line and in for the touchdown. Jarrell Gary. They give the rock to their best player, and the Mavericks jump back out in front with 7:28 to go here in the third quarter. What an efficient drive, an impressive drive offensively from McNeil there, Kalen.
Yeah, that was a big boy drive right there from McNeil. Just got more physical up front, relied on Gary, and although it took 4 tries, they were able to cash it in there at the end.
Wilson out for the extra point. Easy money. 7:28 left in this third quarter. It's McNeil 28. It's Cedar Ridge 21. You're watching Raiders football right here on Vype Live.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back to Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. Tyler Feldman, Kalen Hernandez. Final home game of the season for Cedar Ridge. We're so thankful for all of you watching and listening every Friday night. It's been an up and down season. Raiders trying to stun McNeil on senior night here at the Palace. Raiders that are off next Friday. And then they wrap up their regular season on the road against last place Manor. Manor yet to win a game this season. As Wilson boots this one out of the end zone. So Cedar Ridge will get the ball back offensively, trailing by a touchdown here in the third quarter. It's been a fun game so far. Kalen, how can Cedar Ridge not just tie this game back up, but then try and find a way to regain the lead?
Again, they just have to slow that down right now. Slow down a little bit, reassess themselves, and again, you know, there's so many back and forth things going on right now. It's a little chaotic. Just relax. You know, a nice long methodical drive right here would really get you back into a rhythm. So take it slow.
First down. It's a pass play. Far sideline. McGill with the grab as we look at some scores from around the district. Vandegrift and Hutto in a good football game. Two of the top teams, two playoff teams in this district. Fourth quarter, it's Vandegrift clinging to a 37-34 lead. As the rock goes to Devonish. Devonish on second down and 3 gets enough for the first down, and the chains are moving. Big football game out in Hutto tonight. 5-2 Vandegrift, 6-1 Hutto. Hutto undefeated in district play, though. So if they end up falling, it'll be their first district loss of the season. 6:45 and counting here in the third quarter at the Palace, though. 1st and 10 from their own 37. Devonish on the ground. Across the 40, gain of about 3 on first down. More games, Vista Ridge battling winless Manor. It's all Rangers in that one, up 44-10 on the Mustangs. Elsewhere, Westwood and Stony Point. The Warriors leading the Tigers 21-7 in the third quarter as Snoga fires it to Jake McGill. Wide receiver pass to Carter Copeland. And Copeland hangs on for the grab around the 30-yard line. So a 40-yard pass play. We've seen that bag of tricks before from Matt Leonard, and it works there again. Heck, if Jake McGill threw that ball a little bit out in front of Copeland, he would have been home free.
I absolutely love that play call there, and now you can settle in, knocking in on the red zone right here.
1st and 10 from the 27. They go back to the ground. And it's Devin Patterson who pounds his way for about 5 or 6 yards. No huddle for the Raiders. Back to Patterson, and this time he gets nowhere. Michael Jones has been all over the field tonight, the Will linebacker. He's done a great job, the senior, defensively for the Mavs. 5:20 left on this third quarter clock. Mavs 28, Raiders 21. But the Raiders are driving as Snoga comes out for a breather. They're going to the Wildcat. It'll be Christian Hall. The talented senior running back, receiver, Wildcat quarterback. 3rd and 3 from the 20. Under 5 minutes to go in the third. Trailing by a touchdown. Hall keeps it. Finds a seam. Spins off one tackle, and he's home free. Wow! 20-yard house call on the Wildcat. And the Raiders inching closer to tying up this ball game.
Such a strong runner Christian Hall is. I mean, just bounces, defenders bounce right off him. Again, when you get these playmakers involved, Tyler, the Raiders can make it a ball game with anyone, and after this kick, this should be all squared up.
Togus toes it through the uprights. 4:45 remaining in the third quarter. We've got ourselves another tie ball game, this time at 28. It'll be Mavericks football when we come back right here on Vype Live.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
At the Palace, it is a tie ball game, 28-all with 4:45 remaining in the third quarter, going back to that big-time battle between Hutto and Vandegrift. The Vipers just scored another touchdown in the fourth quarter, so they are now back up 44-34. Onside kick try, bounces off a Maverick, and the Raiders nearly recover it. What a sneaky try. And Cooper Togus with a near-perfect onside try. The Mavs weren't ready, Kalen, and what a great opportunity squandered.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't ready. Jeez, I mean, so close, so close. Honestly, loved the decision there to be aggressive, try to get the ball back for your offense. Togus's reaction describes all of the Raider fans' reactions right there. Just so close, but now we get to see what this defense has. You know, how much fight do they have in them left with 4:41 to go?
I guess we'll find out. It's the handoff on first down, gain of about 5, courtesy of the legs of Zylan Hall. The junior running back has gotten quite a bit of touches on the ground here tonight. Again, if you're just joining us, you're in for a treat. Cedar Ridge and McNeil on the Raiders senior night. Offside on the Raiders. Free play. It's Gary throwing it deep. Was looking for Brian Perkins. Raiders were blitzing. They jumped offside, and so that'll move things a little bit up the field for McNeil.
Jumped offside several times today. You know, Coach Vardaman isn't happy about that, but if you give this McNeil Mavericks offense opportunities, they will take advantage, and that's, I know we're all tied up here, but it really seems like the Raiders should be having control over this game. They just keep shooting themselves in the foot.
So with the penalty, it's now 2nd and 1 from their own 47. Gary tucks it and runs himself. Looks like McNeil has found a groove offensively with Jarrell Gary in at quarterback.
Yeah, it's been all Jarrell Gary so far this half, and interested to see what the Raiders' response is right now, because it seems like the Mavericks right now are lining up, telling them where they're going to run, and, you know, they're just doing it anyway, so just getting out-physicaled out there in the front.
1st and 10, now in Cedar Ridge territory. A high snap. Gary has to go back and get it, and he gets taken down. A big-time mistake by McNeil, and Cedar Ridge makes him pay. Aiden O'Brien, Brown, Powers Wallace, a number of other Raiders defensively. I see Matthew McMillan in there too, and a huge mistake by that McNeil offense.
This is just the mistake the Raiders needed to capitalize on. It's going to be a 2nd and long, and right here, you don't want to allow a big play to make this a 3rd and manageable. Play tight and give your defense a chance to get the offense off the field.
A rare mistake by the senior center, Isaiah Escalante, on that line for McNeil. It's now a 2nd and 26 after that mistake. It's a handoff to Zylan Hall, and Hall, goodness gracious, fastest man on the field. No one is going to touch him. 69 yards. A big touchdown. Another splash play for McNeil. And just like that, the Mavericks are back on top.
Yeah, just an absolute house call right there. I mean, my goodness. these splash plays that the Mavericks can create, they can come at any time. Just when it looked like they were dead in the water, that drive, they respawn right there with a touchdown.
Wilson's extra point is up and good. 2:57 remaining in this third quarter. A 59-yard touchdown run, courtesy of Zylan Hall. His second touchdown run of the game of 40-plus yards, and it's a 7-point lead for McNeil. We'll be right back. Raiders football on the other side right here on Vype Live. It's been a big night for the Hall. Regardless of which team you're cheering on. 2 Hall touchdowns in this third quarter. One courtesy of Christian Hall for Cedar Ridge. The other, Zylan Hall for McNeil. As the Wilson boot goes out of the end zone, it'll be Christian Hall in the Cedar Ridge offense going back out onto the field with 2:57 left in this third quarter. It's a 35-28 lead for McNeil. Back and forth ball game. Kayla, this has been fun. I really think that Cedar Ridge, to their credit, yes, they've given up 35, but this has been one of their most complete football games we've seen this season.
I totally agree with you, Tyler. I mean, it seems like right now both teams just have a response for the other one. I mean, no team has been able to truly separate yet, and now it's going to be the Raiders' turn. See what they got.
1st and 10 from their own 25. Here's Snoga. Play action. Was looking to pass, heavily guarded. Was Carter Copeland on that coverage. Kevon Myers, the senior cornerback. So it looks like there's some misunderstanding offensively, trying to get the junior quarterback in sync. As Christian Hughes, the sophomore lineman, comes out onto the field for Cameron Asper, one of the senior captains on this Raiders squad. It's 2nd down and 10. 75 yards separate this Raiders offense from the end zone. Here we go. 2:52 on the clock. Hall in motion. Left to right. Snoga. Handoff. Devonish. Trying to make some space. And it looks like there's an injured player wearing white. It's a Maverick. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, more District 25 6A football right here on Vype Live.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
It was Deegan Hermes, the coach's son, who had to be helped off the field. Glad that it looks like he's okay. 3rd and 7 from the 28 for the Cedar Ridge offense. Snoga, shotgun, pressure, has to tuck it, run across the 35, gets to the 40, still going, across midfield, and finally dragged down. What a run Dylan Snoga. We've seen the wheels throughout the season, and he put them on display right there, Kalen.
Resilient, just absolutely resilient right there. And just like I mentioned, I want him to get those legs going when he has to play off script. Right there, picks up a big first down, keeps the Raiders alive, and here we go, Maverick territory.
What a third down run. 1st and 10 now from the 48. Patterson gets the rock, and Jacorian Hubbard all over the field. What a tackle. .135 and counting remaining in this third quarter. Raiders trailing by a touchdown. Here's Snoga on 2nd down and 8. Quick pass to Christian Hall, right side, and he underthrew Hall. Incomplete. A little bit too far of a pass, I'd say, for one of those plays. You got to get closer. You got to get tighter.
When you're on the opposite hash mark, it looks further than it actually is. I agree with you right there. Got to get tighter. Give your playmaker a chance. Here we go, looking at Matt Leonard. Keep an eye on the middle of the field right here. Haven't attacked it much this game. Right now might be the time.
3rd and 8 from the 46. Hall's in motion. Snoga to Hall. A wheel around. Hall trying to find some space, and he won't get enough. 3 or 4 yards short of that first down. Hall had speed, but McNeil had stops. And now it's 4th down and 3 from the 41. Would be a 58-yard field goal. We have heard from head coach Brian Vardaman that Cooper Togus can't hit from that distance. But it looks like they're going for it.
This is going to be a big call right here.
Wildcat, too. It's Hall looking like he's taking the snap.
Here we go. Battle
Copeland.
of the trenches.
McGill on the right side. Hall goes left. Tries to follow his blockers. And he gets there. I thought there would maybe be a hold called on Patterson. He ripped down Johnny McFarland to the ground. No flag, though. The chains are moving. How about that? Gutsy call, Kalen.
Absolute gutsy call. And, I mean, just so hard to tackle Christian Hall once he's in space. As soon as he got around that edge, he was just looking at the sticks. He knew it. 1st down Raiders.
So 46 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's 1st down and 10 for the McNeil 37. Snoga leaves it for Devenish all the way around the outside. And he was followed quickly and convincingly by Tyson Cox, who drags him down from behind.
Snoga took a massive hit right there on that read option. Lineman absolutely took his chance to lay him out there. Surprised there was nothing called, but let's see if they call one more play before this quarter ends right here.
Clock is tick-tocking. 10 and counting. It's 2nd and 6 from the 33. 5 seconds on the clock. And it looks like they will let the third quarter clock run out. 36 minutes down. Just 12 minutes to go. The Raiders are driving, trailing 35-28. McNeil in front, but can Cedar Ridge tie things up? We'll find out when the fourth quarter gets underway right after this on Vype Live. Back at the Palace, the fourth quarter about to get underway. Cedar Ridge trying to tie this football game up. He's Kalen Hernandez. I'm Tyler Feldman. So glad you've been with us tonight. Let's see if Cedar Ridge can get her done. 2nd and 6 from the 33. Devonish gets the handoff and gets stuffed. Double stuffed. Guile Galarza, the senior nose tackle, all over the place there. Final quarter here at the Palace. It's senior night for Cedar Ridge. Can they have some special senior night heroics? 3rd and 6 from the 33. Snoga pitches it for Christian Hall. Trying to find space. He does. Pushes one man off with the stiff arm. And he gets enough for the first down. Wow, Christian Hall. Incredible.
It's that A button right there. Stiff arm, get off me. Keeps the chains moving. And right now, the Raiders starting to find a tempo on offense.
1st and 10 from the 23. McNeil, heavy pressure. Devonish, wow, nifty move. Across the 15. Marked down at the 13-yard line. Here we go. Not even a minute into this fourth quarter, and this Cedar Ridge offense is coming back alive.
Such a unique runner Noah Devonish is.
10:55 and counting. 1st and 10 from the 13. Hall's in motion right to left. Snoga back to Devonish. He looked to get up the middle. Devonish stays on his feet. Ethan Wynn won that battle. The nose tackle, just a junior, taking up a lot of space on that defensive line. Let's do it again. 2nd down and 9 from the 12 now after that first down run of 1 yard. Snoga on the move. Corner pocket. End zone. Had Christian Hall, but he sailed it high.
So perfectly dialed up rollout to the left. Hall wide open, and that's going to be one Snoga just wants back.
Without a doubt. And it was just that much too high.
Tad bit, but that's the difference in big district games like this down the stretch in late October. Game of inches, as they like to say.
10:13 on this fourth quarter clock here at the Palace. It's 3rd and 9 from the 12-yard line. Snoga from the shotgun. Patterson on his right hip. He's throwing over the middle for big play Jake McGill. Interesting. McGill made the big catch, got hit hard by a pair of Mavericks, but that throw didn't even go far enough for the first down.
We're not looking for the sticks there, and I think they might leave this offense out there on the field.
Tough call, because you know Togas can deliver from 26 yards out. 9:40 and counting. Let's see what they do here.
I think they're going to take a timeout to talk this over.
Yes, they will. A tough decision. 9:36 left in regulation. Cedar Ridge trailing by a touchdown, but plenty of time left. Will Brian Vardaman put Cooper Togas out to kick the field goal? Or will he be a little bit more aggressive and go for the tie? Kalen, what would you do in this situation? Because right now, I'm not sure I have the best answer.
Honestly, me neither, but I think this is a situation where, again, a touchdown would be nice, but the game's been so back and forth, so close. I'd take the points, and, Coach Vardaman has built an identity with his defense, and, trust your guys. Trust your guys for one more drive to get a stop. You can make it it's already a one-possession game, but you can make it a 4-point game with a chance to take the lead with another touchdown. I mean, I think you just got to send Cooper Togas out there, but we'll see what Coach Vardaman's cooking up right now.
9:36 remaining in this football game. It's been a great one, and the offense is going out. Brian Vardaman is saying, what the heck? Let's do it here.
Wow. Gutsy call right here, and the most critical moment of the ball game here, Tyler. Here we go.
9:36 on the clock. 4th and 6 from the 9-yard line. It's trips left. Here we go. Snoga looks right, gets crushed into the end zone, and it's incomplete. McNeil brought the house, and Snoga got thrown down big time. A huge stop for the Mavericks.
Yeah, Snoga took a shot right there.
Helmet's off. He's getting helped off the field by his offensive line. Such a tough kid. Has gone through so much this season. And now you'll have to go back to that 4th down, depending on how this game shakes out, and wonder if that was the right decision.
I understand the play call. You know, even if you don't get it, the Mavericks are going to be backed up here, but this is really where you got to keep an eye on those splash plays, because the Mavericks can very well say night-night to the Raiders right here, this drive.
Uh-oh. Kalen.
Oh, no.
Can't believe you said it, because Jarrell Gary must have heard you. A huge splash play. It wasn't for points, but now the Mavs are back in Cedar Ridge territory after just one run.
Right now, that offense truly believes that the Raiders cannot stop Gary right now. I mean, again, it's like he's telling him where he's going to run, and it doesn't matter. He's just, again, they're winning the battle in the trenches, and now their offense is fully, running at their own tempo.
9:22 on the clock. 1st and 10 from the 46. Handoff to Aiden Taylor. Gets a few yards, spins around. And now it comes down to clock management. The second to last Friday night of football here in Central Texas. This is Cedar Ridge's final game in the month of October. They're off next week before wrapping up their regular season on the road against Maynard. 2nd and 7 from the 49. It's Gary, QB keeper. Aiden O'Brien Brown saying sit down. Huge stop. 8:30 and counting. Sets up a 3rd down and long for this Mavs offense. Cedar Ridge kind of needs this stop here, Kalen.
Absolutely. Love the toughness they showed right there after allowing that big play to Gary on 1st and 2nd down. He said, it's not going to be that easy. 3rd and long. Here we go, Tyler.
3rd and 8 from their own 48. 8 minutes left in this ball game. Calvin Servini, the senior quarterback. Shotgun. He's got Zylan Hall on his left hip. It's a pass, and it's tipped and deflected by Benny Sears. Sears was looking the other direction, just stuck his arms up. What a huge play.
It's like he had eyes in the back of his head. He put that hand up, and huge deflection right there. Sets up a 4th down, and the offense, Raider offense, going to get this ball back.
How about that? After giving up a huge rush on the first play of that drive, the Cedar Ridge defense with ginormous bounce back, forcing a punt here.
Really makes you question what if the Raiders decided to just take that field goal there, Get that stop.
Could have, should have, would have. 7:51 on the clock. Wilson, good snap, gets the punt off. It's deep. Therese Harrison back to receive. It bounces around the 20 and out of bounds. So 80 yards separate the Cedar Ridge offense from tying up this football game. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it's Raiders football right here on Vype Live.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day, interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Back at the Palace. Big time first down run for Noah Devenish. We'll skip the next commercial so we don't miss the action.
Lots of action tonight here, Tyler. What a game, I mean.
Big time game. 7:30 and counting. It's 1st and 10 from the 34 after that Devenish first down run. Back to Devenish. Cuts left, pivots right, gets a block from Snoga, and there goes Devenish across midfield, out of bounds at the 45. That kid is spectacular.
Absolutely spectacular, but the block from Snoga, unreal. I mean, way to put his body on the line as the quarterback. Your coach doesn't really love to see that. But right there, putting it all on the line for the Raiders.
7:15 left here in the fourth quarter. No scoring yet in this fourth quarter. Teams have scored in every quarter so far in this football game. 1st and 10 from the 45. Snoga passing to Christian Hall. Loses the football. They say it's incomplete. Really nice play defensively by the Mavericks there. Johnny McFarland just pushing Jake McGill back right into Hall, and there was nothing he could do on it there.
Absolutely. Just broke up that play. Pure strength. And right now, Snoga looking at Leonard, figuring out what they're going to do. And they're going to have a stack at the bottom. Keep an eye on Christian Hall here again. They've been trying to get the ball to him.
2nd and 10 from the 45. Snoga. Devin Patterson, and Patterson gets maybe 2 yards. And so that'll keep the clock running. Set up a 3rd and long. It is gut check time. Snoga taking signals from the near sideline. 3rd and 8 from the 43. 6:40 left on this fourth quarter clock. Here's Snoga. Fires, and it's caught! Christian Hall! Wow! In traffic, and that's a first down, Raiders.
There they go. Knocking on red zone territory again.
Oh, what a throw from Snoga. What a catch. Christian Hall.
Snoga's been absolutely terrific today, giving his offense as many opportunities as they can to maximize their skill.
6 minutes left in this football game. It's 1st and 10 from the 25. Snoga. Quick pass, right side. Therese Harrison. Incomplete. He was running before he caught the football. Needed to stick out 2 hands, only stuck out 1 hand. And so now it's 2nd and 10. Cooper Togus keeping warm on the sideline. Rare to not see Togus have a field goal try in this ball game. As that 2nd down run doesn't get far. Togus, the senior, I'm sure he was hoping he'd get a chance on senior night. 5:35 and counting in this fourth quarter. Bands are rocking. So is the Cedar Ridge offense. 3rd and 8 from the 23, and there's flags. Hold on a second. Looks like it'll be a false start. And that'll send the Raiders back 5. Untimely mistake. For the most part, Cedar Ridge has cleaned things up at least here in this second half, but now it'll be a 3rd and 13 from the 28. Snoga trips right. Play action. Looking deep. Firing. Hold in. Tyler Burchett. But did he get enough to move the markers? There's a flag on the play, too.
They're going to say illegal man downfield. Oh, no.
Kalen, you called it. Back-to-back penalties. And moving back are the Raiders. Yikes.
Tough break.
Now it's 3rd and 18 from the 33. Snoga. McGill in motion. Steps up. Flushed out of the pocket. Rolls right. On the run, and it is nearly intercepted. Now you've got to go for it, right?
Believe so. Under 5 remaining. Oh, no. They might be sending.
Looks like Togus is hopping off the sideline onto the field. That pass was intended for Christian Hall. He got up sluggish. Hopefully he's okay. But here we go, 4th and 18 from the 33. It'll be a 50-yard field goal try for Cooper Togus.
There we go, chance to add to that stacked kicking resume of his.
Earlier this season, he hit from 51. That's a school record. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up. There's whistles, and the kick is would have been good. And then some, but we've got flags. Oh, my goodness. Another penalty, and that pushes Cedar Ridge back 5 more. So now it's 4th and 23 from the 38, which would mean a 55-yard field goal try is at large for the senior Cooper Togus. This would be a record, not just for Togus, but a school record as well. Are you ready for this? I hope so. Here we go. Togus from the near hash. Snap good, hold good, kick up, kick. Good.
Electric.
Cooper Togus does it again. The kid is unbelievable. Doesn't matter where you put that football. And so now they get the field goal. 4:35 left in this ball game. It's McNeil 35. It's Cedar Ridge 31. Stay with us. This one going down to the wire at the Palace right here on Vype Live. For the second time this season, Cooper Togus delivers a field goal from 50-plus yards out. This one at a critical moment in this ball game as Togus crushes that ball into the end zone for the touchback. It's a 35-31 ball game. Cedar Ridge right in it, trailing by 4 with 4:35 to go. He's Kalen Hernandez. I'm Tyler Feldman. Cooper Togus keeping Cedar Ridge in football games all season. It's been pretty special to watch. Some school at the next level is going to get really lucky and be very fortunate they have Togus on their squad. So McNeil, let's see how much time they can shave off the clock. It's Calvin Cervini at quarterback. He leaves it for Aiden Taylor, and Taylor gets tripped up. Maybe gets one or two. Cedar Ridge with 2 timeouts left. McNeil with all 3. Four minutes and counting here at the Palace. They give it to Zylan Hall this time, and Hall skips his way close to that first down marker. Now under 4 minutes to play, sets up a 3rd and 3 from their own 32. Huge 3rd down for this Cedar Ridge defense, Kalen.
Massive right here. Again, you got 2 timeouts in your back pocket still, plus that 2-minute timeout. But a stop right here would be electric.
3rd down, 3 yards to go. It's Gary at quarterback. He keeps it, and he gets just enough. Squeezes up the middle like a small packet of ketchup. Which, by the way, Kalen, I have no interest. I do not like the small single packets of ketchup.
Not a fan, Tyler? More of a bottle guy? Or
bottle guy. Chick-fil-A has that more comfortable squeeze.
That nice tub.
Where you get the nice, the messy ones. That the technology has advanced. We've got to do better. 3:34 and counting. 1st and 10 from the 35 after the McNeil 3rd down conversion. Taylor runs with the rock. Doesn't get much, but the clock continues to talk. 3:20 and counting. It'll be a 2nd down and 10 from the 35. Realistically, you hope you can get through these next 2 downs so you don't have to use any of your timeouts. If McNeil gets the 1st down, though, now it would then get tricky. You still have the 2-minute timeout. 8 seconds and counting on the play clock. 2nd and 10 from the 35. They hand the ball off. It's Hall around the outside and ripped down. C.J. Forbes. Not today.
More importantly, he went out of bounds that play, which is going to stop the clock.
Not a smart play by Hall. Benefits the Raiders.
Saves the timeout, saves some clock, and once again, an electric 3rd down here, Tyler. Here we go.
3rd and 8 from the 37. 2:40 left in this football game. It's a 35-31 lead for McNeil. Gary leaves it for Taylor. Taylor with space. Taylor breaks 1 tackle. Bulldozes another. Gets the 1st down and then some. Into Cedar Ridge territory. And that could possibly do it. Cedar Ridge, did they whistle? No, they did not. No timeout. And so McNeil will be able to take this all the way down to just about the 2-minute timeout. About a 7-second difference between the play clock and the real clock. It's Gary, QB keeper, left side. Wow! Skies over a Cedar Ridge defender. And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Some leapfrogging on that far sideline. A Maverick glistening through the air. And with 2 minutes to go, we'll take a quick timeout. Raiders trailing by 4 with the Mavs driving.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back to the Palace, 2nd and 5 from the 38. Gary trucks forward down around the 35, 34-yard line. A score update from around District 25-6A. Vandegrift knocks off Hutto. A huge win for the Vipers, 44-34 over the Hippos. With the loss, Hutto falls to 6-2 overall, 5-1 in district play. With the win, Vandegrift improves to 6-2 overall, 5-1 in district play. And it looks like if McNeil hangs on here tonight, they will also be 6-2 overall, 5-1 in district play. So there will be a three-way tie atop the district with 2 weeks left. That is just insane. So big win for the Vipers. McNeil beat the Vipers earlier this season. Looking at some other scores from around the district, Vista Ridge all over Manor, 44-10. So with the win, Vista Ridge will improve to 4-2 in district play, 6-2 overall. With the loss, the Mustangs will drop to 0-6 in district play, 0-8 overall. It's been a tough season for Manor. Speaking of tough, this has been a tough football game. Jarrell Gary hopping up the middle, across the 35, across the 30. Enough for the first down. The chains are moving, and that may do it, Kalen. That may be the dagger. One final football game in the district tonight. Westwood will get the win over Stony Point. They're up 35-7 in the fourth quarter. With the win, Westwood will improve to 3-5 overall, 2-4 in district play. With the loss, Stony Point will fall to 3-6 overall, 1-6 in district play. Still 1:54 to play here at the Palace, but it looks like, Kalen, some really good clock management late here by McNeil, and then getting big plays when they need it to move the chains and keep the football.
Yeah, exactly what you said. I mean, when McNeil needed a drive, when they needed a play, it seemed like it happened every single time. You know, right when the Raiders had them on the ropes, just scored a touchdown, and momentum shifted on their side, McNeil kind of just had one of those big splash plays and instantly got full control of momentum. And that was kind of the theme throughout this whole game. And it's probably going to be all she wrote tonight, Tyler.
And this has been a consistent story for Cedar Ridge. So close. You can see the promise within this organization, within this program at Cedar Ridge. First year for head coach Brian Vardaman. Some really close ball games this season. That loss to Hutto back in week 3. That loss last week to Vista Ridge. I mean, they could easily, this could have been a much different season. So a lot of hope. But any hope here tonight looks to be lost. 1:33 and counting. The handoff, it goes to Gary, and Gary plunges forward to about the 20-yard line. A gain of about 9. Cedar Ridge will call its...
I believe that's their final.
I believe that's their final timeout. Scoreboard says otherwise. But that'll stop the clock at 1:24. Kalen, when you reflect on, with this being senior night, so many talented seniors on this team, the running backs room especially. You look at Christian Hall. You look at Noah Devonish, what those two guys have meant. Jake McGill, what he has meant. You look at the offensive line, Isaac Elliott, Cameron Aspra, Matthew Brunson, all these guys. A team effort throughout the season. But you also have some younger guys, Trent Bell, Zakai Williams, Terez Harrison, Dylan Snogel will be back next year, Devin Patterson back next year. Defensive side of the ball, a lot of juniors. Outside of Benny Sears and Jalen Hamilton and Matthew McMillan, and some guys in the secondary like Josh Gentry, Malachi Sugg, CJ Forbes, and Gabriel Cisneros. Boy, they've got some big-time talents coming back like Brody Carraz, Jeremiah Passmore, Alex Nelson, Powers Wallace. There's a lot to be hopeful for this Cedar Ridge team next season.
A lot to be hopeful for. A lot of good chemistry coming back. Again, they are going to miss those, those leaders in the locker room, those seniors in the locker room that, if they're not making plays on the field, they're making plays off the field, with leadership and, just keeping the team, on track, Late in the season, a lot of these players would rather be coached hard by their teammates rather than their coach. And that's what really separates the leaders from the non-leaders. But a lot of talent to be developed and grown next year. A lot of optimism to take away.
Optimism is the perfect word, Kalen. As we wait to get things back underway, we have an injured player, I believe, on the field. I'm screened by the entire offensive line. Or maybe they were, I'm not sure what was going on there. There were two water girls. Maybe they were trainers. I'm not sure what was happening there. Anyway, no player injured, thankfully. 1:24 on the clock. It's 2nd and 1 from the 20 for the Mavs. Cervini in at quarterback. He's got Jarrell Gary behind him. Bobbled snap, and Cervini just falls on it. Nearly a really costly mistake.
Now, it seems like the Raiders actually had one more timeout.
They did have one more timeout, so they will use their final timeout after that near big-time mistake offensively on the snap by McNeil. It'll be a 3rd down and 8 from the 27, so you know what, Kalen? They don't get it here. You go for the field goal. You go up 38-31, and there's maybe still enough time left. Now, granted, they're going to run the football here. They're going to want to take the clock off. So, goodness. This is why you stick around. You never know what's going to go down.
That's exactly why you stick around. And if they get a stop here, take off 40 seconds, take off another combined 10 seconds for the kick and play. Looks like the Raiders could get this ball back with about 30 seconds to go. And with the amount of playmakers they have, I mean, you never know, Tyler. So
here we go, 3rd and 8 from the 27. And he gets stuffed. Brody Carraz in there. Benny Sears in there as well. And so the clock will tick-tock, but a huge 3rd down stop for the Cedar Ridge defense. 28 seconds left on the play clock. A minute left in this ball game.
Right now, no sign of that special teams unit coming out.
Wow. This is risky. 4th and 11 from the 30. They're going for it.
I think they might try to just draw them off sides.
35 seconds left in this ball game.
That's exactly what they're going to do, yep.
And now McNeil will call timeout. 34 seconds left in this ball game. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be right back on Vype Live. Stay with us. Going down to the wire. Okay. Now it looks like McNeil, after the timeout, has opted to kick the field goal. It'll be a 47-yard try for Bryce Wilson. His long this season is 48. The snap is low. They get the hold, and the kick is up, and the kick is off the upright and no good. Senior magic at the Palace. Possibly. 27 seconds remaining for this Cedar Ridge offense to cook up some trickery. How about that, Kalen?
Unreal. I mean, it's almost like a just, I mean, off the upright, 27 seconds, senior night. I mean, it's like a storybook ending potentially here. Let's see what magic the Raiders got left.
Here we go. Could we see something super special on senior night for these Cedar Ridge Raiders? 1st and 10 from the 37. Empty set for Snoga. Drops back, fires over the middle. It's caught. Hook and ladder. It's Jake McGill to Christian Hall. 30, out of bounds, 25-yard line. Wow, what a play. And the Cedar Ridge sideline is fired up.
Like the classic quote says, just like they drew it up. Perfect, just absolutely perfect execution. And with 18 seconds left, Tyler, they're about to be knocking on the red zone.
And the best part of that play, Hall gets out of bounds, so the clock stops at 18 seconds. 25 yards to go. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. 1st and 10 from the 25. It's trips left. They've got Trent Bell atop the screen. They've got Carter Copeland, Christian Hall, and Jake McGill bottom. They go to Bell, far side, caught. 1st down, 13 seconds. Clock stops. Perfectly executed passing catch from Snoga to the sophomore Bell. And now it's 1st and 10 from the 13.
The Raiders should be able to get 3 attempts off here if they really pay attention to that clock. So get ready for 3 straight passes here, Tyler. Here we go.
Snoga, low snap, whistles, flag, false start. No.
Brutal. Coach Vardaman's unhappy. You should reset that game clock to 13 seconds if they are going to call that false start. Still at 11.
And they do reset it to 13. 1st and 15 from the 18. And McNeil calls a timeout. They've got 1 timeout left. We'll call timeout 2. An exciting finish. Can Cedar Ridge complete the comeback and win this football game? I guess we'll find out. And you know what, Kalen? Let's stay right here. This has been an exciting finish. How about the savviness and the heads-up play on this final drive with seconds remaining to get out of bounds on those 2 big pass plays? Let's go back to that hook and ladder, though. Perfectly executed.
That's absolutely right, Tyler. Perfectly executed. And you know they've been practicing that in practice. That's definitely something they've done routinely because they made that look easy. And it just looks so fluid. And now they find themselves with an opportunity to win this game. These fans are fired up, let me tell you.
It's the loudest we've heard the Palace so far tonight. Senior night for the Raiders. 13 seconds to go. Raiders down 4. 1st and 15 from the 18. Here's Snoga. Drops back. Fires over the middle. And Jake McGill, a diving, one-handed catch in the end zone. A special senior night sensation for the senior wide receiver. Wow.
What do we call him, Tyler?
Big play, Jake.
Unbelievable. Comes right through exactly when the Raiders needed him the most. Senior night, you have a chance to win this game. You do it. Unreal, Tyler. Storybook ending.
And you have to credit not only this Cedar Ridge football team, but also the coaching staff. They have tried tirelessly, time and time again, as Togus through the upright. And with 8 seconds left, Cedar Ridge has stormed all the way back their first lead since early in the second quarter. It's 38-35, 8 seconds left, but this coaching staff, they want it so badly. And I was talking with head coach Brian Vardaman earlier this week. He understands that Rome wasn't built in a day, but he coaches like he wants to see Rome be built in a day. And everything that has happened this season, that moment right there is a perfect way to put a cherry on top.
Exactly. I mean, it feels like Rome was just built on one drive. I mean, perfectly executed everything, and despite the false start, Snoga kept his composure, attacked the middle of the field, and who else? Big play Jake. Raiders take the lead and are very likely going to come out of the Palace with a W tonight, Tyler.
And no matter where life takes Jake McGill on senior night, as his teammates, Cameron Aspra, giving a big bear hug to Jake McGill on the sideline, he will always have that moment. Such a special moment here at the Palace on senior night. 8 seconds left. Here's Togus. He boots it deep into the end zone. And so with 8 seconds left, let's see what McNeil can cook up. Do they have return magic? One of the craziest finishes we've seen so far this season. The fight of these Cedar Ridge Raiders. The excitement. All that hard work paying off. And how about Brian Vardaman sticking with his guy, the junior quarterback, Dylan Snoga, and reaping the reward right there with 8 seconds left, Kalen.
Just unbelievable. Game of the year, senior night, 8 seconds left.
That was a heck of a catch. One-handed, diving, hit the ground.
Unreal, just unreal. Something he'll remember for the rest of his life.
All right, Calvin Servini gets it to Aiden Taylor, far side, and Taylor bounces out of bounds. Gets about 6 or 7 yards. 3 seconds left on the clock. Eight yards is where they spotted on that first yard passing catch. So ball in the 33. 67 yards to go, 3 seconds left. Mavs trailing by 3. Servini, pressure, gets it to Jarrell Gary, and Gary leaps and gets thrown down at midfield. Ball's loose. Who's got it? Ball's still loose. Referees blow the whistle, and this one is over. The Cedar Ridge Raiders on senior night come back to take down McNeil 38-35. This one for the ages. You can just see the emotion right there on the field. The men in black, stealth-like late in this ball game. I mean, this finish had everything. A missed field goal off the upright. A hook and ladder sensation. Another big pass play. A diving catch in the end zone. I don't think this is how the Raiders necessarily wanted to win the football game, but Kalen, they won the football game, and that's all that matters.
I mean, they'll gladly take it. I mean, wow. To come out of the Palace with a W tonight, I mean, I just overheard the coach just fired up. I mean, wow. Just no words other than what a ball game, Tyler.
It all started in the first quarter at the 9:03 mark when Dylan Snoga hit Jake McGill, 14-yard touchdown. That made it a 7-0 lead for Cedar Ridge. And then with 4:43 left in that first quarter, Jarrell Gary scampered 74 yards to make it a 7-7 ball game. Second quarter, Snoga connected with Tyler Burchett for a short 3-yard touchdown. That made it 14-7 Raiders. But then just 3.5 minutes later, Zylan Hall rushed 40 yards to tie things up at 14. And then with 26 seconds left in that second quarter, Cervini connected with Aiden Taylor, 4-yard touchdown. It was 21-14 Mavs at the half. Third quarter, Noah Devenish started things off at the 9:53 mark with a 52-yard touchdown run to tie things up at 21. But then 2.5 minutes later, it was a 1-yard touchdown run on 4th down by Jarrell Gary that gave the Mavs a 28-21 lead. 4:45 mark. We're tied at 28 thanks to Christian Hall out of the Wildcat, a 20-yard touchdown run. And then 2:57 left in the third quarter. It was Zylan Hall for the Mavs, a 59-yard touchdown run, the second of the game for Hall. Gave the Mavs a 35-28 lead. Fourth quarter was wanky. We went over it a little bit ago, but 4:35 left in this game. 50-plus yard field goal off the toe of Cooper Togus cut this lead to 4. It was a 35-31 lead at that point for McNeil. And then with 8 seconds left, after some spectacular plays, 18-yard touchdown pass, Dylan Snoga finds Jake McGill diving in the end zone. His second touchdown catch of the game. 38-35 the final here tonight. Kalen, any final thoughts?
This is what Texas high school football is all about. I mean, Friday Night Lights, district playoff pressure, and two teams that refuse to quit. And, I mean, to come out with a W tonight, just unreal, Tyler. Unreal. And going to be very excited to see what Coach Vardaman has to say next week in that pregame interview.
Well, thankfully, for the Raiders, they get the week off. They're off next week. They get to celebrate this one for 2 weeks, and then the following week, that first Friday in November, they will wrap up their regular season at Manor. Manor, they lost tonight to Vista Ridge. They are now 0-6 in district play, 0-8 overall. And the Raiders, their season, some things have to happen. I'm not sure exactly what, but their playoff hopes are not squandered just yet. They come back in thrilling fashion to get the win tonight. With the victory, Cedar Ridge improves to 4-5 overall, 3-4 in district play. With the loss, McNeil drops to 5-3 overall, 4-2 in district play. Wow. Again, the Raiders off next week. They wrap up the regular season on the road against a winless Manor team, so they'll have to sit and watch and see how things play out next week within district play. But that'll do it for us here at the Palace. Wow, what a finish. Final score, Cedar Ridge 38, McNeil 35. For my broadcast partner, Kalen Hernandez. For Shane Shulwinski, back in studio, I'm Tyler Feldman saying so long and good night again. Cedar Ridge, a thrilling senior night victory, 38-35. We'll see you in 2 weeks in Manor.